Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good middle of the night, depending upon what time of day you see this video or listen. Hi, my name is Susan. Welcome to Lip Locked No More. We're going to do a yard stroll because I'm a little bit tense this morning. Now, I want to let anybody who has clicked on this video in hopes of news updates regarding Grant Hardin, the escaped inmate here in Arkansas. I'm not a news channel, not really an update channel, although I do post regularly on my community tab actual news articles trying to keep my audience updated on different situations. And I have been regularly uploading and posting articles in regards to Grant Hardin. But this is a commentary, opinion, critique, etc. type channel. So what you get here are my thoughts. And this morning, I'm tense enough over this situation that I'd like to share a few while I stroll around the yard before I mow it. Grant Hardin has been referred to in documentaries as Devil in the Ozarks. And indeed, based on the crimes of which he was convicted, I would say that the title is appropriate. Grant Hardin was serving a total of 80 years in the Arkansas State Penitentiary near Calico Rock, Arkansas, where my people are from. My mama was born in Calico Rock, Arkansas, and as I mentioned in a live stream the other day, she was the switchboard telephone operator there in 1936 when she was 18 years old, for a little while. I have a lot of people in Izard County where this man escaped from. On the news this morning, they said there had been a possible sighting of Grant Hardin in Faulkner County, Arkansas. That's all. They just reported a possible sighting. Faulkner County's quite a little distance from Izard County. And I reckon the feller is walking. Because according to the recently filed, according to the papers recently filed, the affidavit recently filed with the court, here's what they're saying happened, y'all. And it's why I'm tense. Other than the fact that this fellow is a murderer and a rapist. And he's close to where my family is. Y'all forgive me, I'm really struggling. Okay. I'm angry because here's how he got out according to the affidavit. He somehow or another managed to pull together the materials and the accoutrement to make himself look like an Arkansas corrections officer. And a real corrections officer was convinced by Grant Hardin that he was a jailer, and the corrections officer opened the gate and let him walk out. Marinate on that for a moment. Marinate on that for a moment. A real corrections officer at the prison in Calico Rock was fooled by a man that is 6'1" and weighs 260 pounds, who has been convicted and was, and hope to God he continues to serve, a sentence of 30 years, a sentence of 50 years combined, 80 years, for two separate crimes, two crimes not connected. Murder, and when he was arrested for murder, they took DNA, and the DNA matched with a 1997 rape of an elementary school teacher here in the state of Arkansas. He pled guilty. Now, in regards to this corrections officer that let this man, this monster, just walk out of an Arkansas state prison, I don't know what's happening with that person. We haven't been told. How did this guy, how did Grant Hardin convince, fool, trick a corrections officer into believing that he was a jailer? And again, open the gate and let him walk out. That is a direct quote from the news article, y'all. Now, just so y'all know, here, I'm walking around right now with a Taurus 380 strapped to my hip and a canister of pepper spray. Do I feel like this feller's going to show up in my neighborhood? No, I don't. But an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And as one of my beautiful mods said in a live stream in our chat room the other day, I've got sinkholes. They've got choices. That may not be a direct quote, Flies, if you hear this. So what I'm asking for prayers. And if you ain't a praying person, that's okay. You can send out good vibes, as I always tell you, babies, into the universe. That people will be protected from this man. Again, 6'1", 260 pounds. Murderer, rapist. On the loose. Today is, what, Thursday? He's been on the run for 4 days. There are roadblocks, checkpoints, Arkansas State Police are everywhere. U.S. Marshals are everywhere. But y'all, the terrain here in north central Arkansas, it's rugged, it's mountainous, it's rocky, it is crisscrossed and dotted with bodies of water, lakes, rivers, creeks, springs, creeks. The searching is hard, and they don't know where he is. Please, everybody out there in the world that sees or hears this, I know that this is just one travesty among the many in the world. And by some measures, not the worst, but it's bad. Former law enforcement associates of this man, who was once the police chief in Gateway, Arkansas, who served as a constable for several years and even served as, yes, a corrections officer. He knows what law enforcement will do. He knows how they operate. He knows the potential plans, the potential search patterns, etc., etc. And there are people in potential danger here. Women, children, and men. So please, pray that the law enforcement in the state of Arkansas are able to catch this monster and give us back a semblance of peace of mind.